Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And today's not so fun fact of the day has to do with guns. Did you know that in the USA, 486 people died of accidental gun firings in 2019? And on an average, that's about 500 deaths per year. Unintentional mistakes. Either someone didn't know that the gun was loaded, or it dropped to the floor and fired, or someone was drunk, or a kid at home got a hold of it. Now, gun control is a huge topic of discussion, and the scope of this podcast is not about that at all. We're not here to judge the belief systems of others. But the simple fact is that the gun had been placed loaded with a bullet, and that meant that it could be triggered and cause damage. Now, if you pull the trigger of a gun that has no bullet inside, nothing happens. You can pull that trigger 1,000 times and the gun will still not fire. Many of us are walking around with loaded guns. Not the real kind of metallic guns, but metaphorical guns. In today's world, we use that expression that I am triggered so casually. Someone did something to you and you were triggered. You read something in a newspaper and you were triggered. You saw some comment on social media and you were triggered. Then you unleash that anger, that rage, your disappointment, etc. All of that. Whatever emotion it is erupts like a shotgun, causing damage to whatever is in front of it. And it comes shooting at the most unintended targets. An innocent bystander, a family member, a co-worker at work. And the person who pulled the trigger often goes away unscathed. But the collateral damage is huge. Sure, you can blame the person who pulled the trigger, but the real question you should be asking yourself is, why was the gun loaded? What was the bullet doing inside, ready to be fired? In our lives, this bullet is the trauma and the unresolved issues that we carry. All the things from our past that have hurt us and have remained unresolved become the gunpowder. Now, instead of trying to figure out what triggered us, we need to spend time figuring out what the gunpowder and the bullets were made of. And there are many techniques to do this. You can start by journaling, writing down all the feelings and emotions that you have, that you're carrying unresolved. You can write down all the hurt from your past, facing it and getting it out of your system. The second is to completely accept who you are as a person. Complete self-awareness. All the uncomfortable truths that you've been not able to confront. Many times, the trigger brings out these truths. Accepting who you are is a very difficult process and something that we all need to do to unload that gun. And finally, understand which emotion it is that you've been suppressing. The same emotion has the potential to erupt as a shotgun blast. And very often, we cannot identify that emotion because we don't know the name for it. And you can search online for a picture of what is known as an emotions wheel, and it has all the emotions laid out for you to choose from. This way, you can tell if you're feeling shame or betrayal or guilt, etc. So your super simple habit for never being triggered again starts by unloading that weapon, taking out that bullet, the strong emotions you are feeling, the unresolved issues, all the things that have the potential to explode. Remove these from your life. Now, this is not a one-time job. It's a daily task of journaling and all of that. Because we are constantly picking up and experiencing things that have the ability to load that gun again. So make it a daily habit to resolve these issues and you won't be triggered ever again. Now, if you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am at Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. We have a brand new habit coaching online course, quizzes, videos, and a lot more on the website awesome180.com. So check it out now.